Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the cutaneous innervation of the hand. It can be a really confusing topic at first. When you look at the diagrams, everything's really mixed up because of the brachial plexus. But if you can learn this simple drawing, eventually look like this, then you can really summarize all of the nerves and how you sense them in the hand. But first, it's really important to understand what you're looking at. So over here on the left, you can see this guy's hand. Here is his right hand, and he's looking at the palm of it. You can look at your own hand. And over here, he's flipped his hand face down. He's pronating his hand over. And the same thing is happening in this drawing over here, where here we have the palm of our right hand. And over here, you can see these fingernails indicating that this is the back of this same right hand. So remember that this is not the left and the right. Both are the right hand. And like I said, here's a snapshot of what it's going to look like. But even this can be a lot to take in at first. So I'm going to walk through exactly how to draw this out. So first you can see I'm just drawing the same right hand. Boom, boom. Got the wrist coming in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Right down the middle, drawing some fingers. And that's good enough. I'm going to switch over here to a different pencil so you can see. But this is how I like to start it. I always say, this is the game. Notice how I drew a T for this, and here's sort of a goal for the game. All you have to do is come here to the ring finger, and again, this is the palm side of the hand. Draw straight down until you get to this T right here. Then from the top of this T, come straight up until you cut the thumb in half. Then this part's a little tricky. You cut the first, second, and half of the third finger, sort of draw a line right in between them. And then from right here, we're going to cut that finger in half and come right to the base of this goal. And that's it. So you can see, here, let's draw, how about blue? We'll come in here. This whole area here is going to be the ulnar. Here in the center, we got the median. And I won't draw all this in. But then the fingertips. And of course, since this is the same right hand, again, this is the palm side of the pinky and half the ring finger. Over here, we still got pinky and half the ring finger. And then everything else that we haven't colored in as far as the hand is concerned is going to be the radial. And this is getting messy, so I'll skip back over to the original drawing. But you can see here we got the radial nerve, the median nerve, and the ulnar nerve. And you even notice down here I've drawn in some parts of the wrist. The radial nerve basically continues down all the way up the arm, and it changes names as it gets higher up, but it's really not that hard to memorize the innervation of the upper arm. So just go look at some diagrams of that. But here you can see I've written MAC and MC. The way I like to remember, this is median antebrachial cutaneous, and I write MAC. If I was looking at my palm of my right hand, the thing that I would want in it is a MAC. And then you got MC, it's just musculocutaneous. But before we conclude, there is one thing that I think you should be aware of, and that is there is this other way to draw it. The only thing, and then you can find this one in Netter. It's a pretty common other way to draw this diagram. But notice here's the only real difference right here. On our drawing, and I'm backed up, this is how I drew it. We have the ulnar nerve splitting this fourth digit in half. But a lot of other diagrams you'll find out there don't split the fourth, they actually split here in the third. And exactly why is unsure. I think there's more research coming out. But regardless, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just recognize whatever your professor is asking you to remember. If it's Netter, then you're probably going to need this one. But realistically, if you were ever going to apply this in a clinic, if you're a healthcare professional, you're never going to test if a patient has injured his radial compared to his median nerve. You're never going to test something right here because there's so much, it's right on the line. It's in this gray area. if you were going to test the ulnar nerve, you'd probably poke them right here in the pinky. The median nerve would be here on the forefinger, and you would pick spots that are clearly within their respected portions, like ulnar or median. But that's basically how you do it. If you can draw that, then you will be able to answer all the questions on the exam. Good luck.